let's talk about the difference in knowledge and physical capital and why knowledge experiences increasing returns. I'll put that right here. And on the other side, physical capital experiences decreasing returns. Right, so first of all, what do those things mean? Right, so increasing returns, we should draw a little graph here to visualize it. So let's say that we have benefit of invention of knowledge capital on the y-axis, and then we have quantity of knowledge on the x-axis. So it's going to look like this. So let's say in the beginning, when we had our first invention, we had this much quantity and we got this much benefit. But now with the same increase in quantity, we get a whole lot more increase in benefit. So that's what increasing returns means. On the other side, decreasing returns, if we have benefit on the y and quantity on the x, looks like this. Right, so in the beginning, with this much capital, we got a whole lot of benefit. But now with the same amount of capital, we're not getting nearly as much benefit, right? So when we talk about why, it's important to know the difference between these two types of capital, right? So knowledge capital is like inventions, patents, discoveries, basically just adding to our know-how, right? So why does knowledge capital give us increasing returns? Well, the main reason is that knowledge builds off of knowledge, right? So one very simple example that you can think about is, say, the discovery of fire by humans, right? So when we discovered fire, then what did we do with that after? We could cook food, then maybe we could heat homes, we could power engines. From that, we discovered maybe we should use electricity, renewable sources of energy, right? So all from that one invention, we're getting a whole lot of other places to discover, to innovate, basically to increase our productivity, right? So worker productivity is another one. There's no crowding in this intellectual space, right? You can't have too much know-how. There's really no cap on the amount of space we have for knowledge, right? And then another one, we can share knowledge capital, right? We can share technology with other firms, other areas, other nations. So once again, it can all build off one another. So the reason that physical capital experiences decreasing returns is really the physical nature of it, right? So here we can experience crowding of machines, of workers, really anything else, right? So if you get too many workers in a space or too many machines or just too much of a certain physical capital and not enough of others, it's hard to be more productive with that once you reach a certain level, right? So you know the phrase, too many cooks in the kitchen. If you have, say, increased your workers by 100%, but you still have the same ovens, you can't really be much more productive than when you added your first chef in the first place, right? So that's the difference between knowledge and physical capital and why knowledge has increasing returns while physical has decreasing.